I almost gave up way too quickly in my business. And when I say that, I mean that I thought that I wanted to get to a space where I no longer had to take on clients, and I thought that I needed to do all these other things in my life. I even took time off and went and got a regular job as a manager. And I really felt like, I'm going to take a step back from feeling so connected and plugged into something outside of myself, which I thought was outside of myself. But the longer that I stayed at that job, the longer that I stayed in that space, I just felt like there was a part of me that was also crumbling in the process, because what I forgot was how much of my business was a part of my identity. And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs right now are taking a step back. They are reassessing what they want to do with their lives. They're retiring and moving to Bali. They're traveling the world and doing all these different things and retiring from the industries that help them to become who they are. And I believe that there's something missing in the process and in the formula, and I feel called at this point in my life to return to the throne of my business, and also to see what areas that I can still do my part and my work in this industry and transcend beyond just the basics. I don't want to be a teacher instructing people how to braid hair. There's enough videos out there where if you don't know how to braid, you definitely can find enough videos for free to go and learn how to braid. There are so many mentors out here who can help you to get your first 10 clients or make your first $10,000. There's so many resources out here, and I believe there's still so much that we can do in this industry, like filling in the gaps that are in the industry. There's an entire generation behind us, which is really why I sat into building a business, because I really felt passionate about the next generation, and I want to bring that energy back to the throne and the center of my business and my brand. I want to create a legacy. I want to be in the history books known as the inventor, the beautiful mind, the girl who had the ingenuity and the perseverance, the resilience to build something beyond herself. I want to express and be part of something that is bigger than myself. I don't want to just retire and, find something else that I'm passionate about. I want to do it all right here and right now. I want to carry that mission in my heart through all the works that I do. I see people like Kiki Palmer, who is an incredible voice in our culture and has so many different passions that she's able to extend out her roots. And that girl is literally carrying angel wings. And if you've known her story and you understand where she comes from, you can see that what it takes to really be successful in those ways where you are creating legacy is about honoring yourself. It's about honoring the origin of why you showed up in the first place. And I feel like I'm reconnecting with that origin. And through that, I realized there's still way too many gaps. We see stories every day that women are in the dressing rooms, backstage in runway shows. There are TV shows that have women who are supposed to be showing up on camera and don't feel adequate and don't feel like they're being supported with the right types of beauty treatments and experiences, with carrying love for their natural hair, adorning their natural hair, and putting their hair in styles that reflect the culture and the times of who they're playing in those roles. And I feel like there's still so much work that we can do, and there's still so much life force that's left in the business. And I feel like there's areas that we aren't tapping into as beauty experts. And it is our responsibility to, especially if you are passionate about what I'm talking about right now, if you don't care about that stuff, this is not a video that's for you. This is a video for legacy builders. Okay, so I believe that there are so many gaps that still need to be filled. There are still economics and psychologies in beauty and arts and sciences juices, there's medicine here. There is so much that we have yet to unlock. And it really is the time for us to come back to the throne of our brands, come back to the center of our businesses, and stop looking at the world from your own isolated lens. This is the time to really regroup, come together, build culture, villages. We need to be communicating and talking about the industry. We need to be talking about brands. We need to be talking about money, finances, and the bigger picture, because it's not okay to continue to gatekeep and isolate ourselves. It's time to really ground in and hit the ground running as a collective of women who are here for a bigger mission and a deeper purpose. People look at the braiding industry compared to any other industry in the beauty, hair, makeup, all of that. They look at braiding hair as the lowest vibration when we spend the most time, labor, medicine, energy, brain power, communication, relationships. We spend the most compound of energy than any other hairstyle that you can think of right now. Sure, there's other styles and different things that may take time, but hair braiding is a fine art. And it is our responsibility as braiders, hair braiders, reconnecting with the origin of hair braiding. It's not just a box braid. There are so many dimensionalities to hair braiding that I feel like we do have a responsibility to cultivate a deeper sense of reverence and respect around our cultural hairstyles. I just got a comment the other day from a girl asking, "Oh, can we gatekeep? We need to gatekeep braids for us." No, 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 no. These magical, beautiful hands that I believe was a gift from God, these hands will be providing hair braiding for anyone who carries that natural sense of reverence and respect for what it is that I do, my art, and I want to share my art with the world. And I feel like those are the very people that are holding us back and holding us in disresonance with who we actually are. If we do take ownership of our art forms and share our art forms and allow people to feel confident, comfortable, safe, and rejuvenated by the experience of our art forms, yes, we will be able to elevate the value of our art forms. So it takes for us to really honor who we are. Just imagine this: the beauty standard changed the moment that Black women started to feel more confident about themselves. Now, what do you think would change if women started to be more confident about their hair and the way that they express themselves? It would totally change the world and the game and the way that we look at ourselves and then we look at our art forms. So I just want to encourage you, if you haven't tapped into Feather and Stone House, I really, really would appreciate your follow, your support. This is my mission. This is what I'm passionate about. I really want to pour into my business as a medicine, a fine art, and something that we can look at 10, 20, 30 years from now as a legacy and a blueprint for something that changed the world. So blessings. I appreciate you. Highest love.